Hello, athletes and fans of bodybuilding. You are watching Olympia TV. This is Femme Flex Friday. And
hello.
Yeah, I am one of your hosts, Wendy Fortino, and I am joined by the incredible 8-time Miss Fitness Olympia, Adela Garcia. Yeah, in the house.
Hello.
We are going to co-host this show with our very special guest, the bikini star who is on the rise. She just kind of popped out of nowhere and made her Olympia debut in 2024, placing an impressive 7th, came back and went right onto that Arnold stage, took top 4, and we are all talking about her. We are all just eager to know, the background of this beautiful young lady, and we had to bring her on the show to talk to her. And already, just before we even got started, she's got such a great energy. I think it's gonna be such a fun, awesome show. How are you doing tonight, Maria?
Good, amazing. So excited to be here, to be honest, and so happy to be here.
Amazing.
How exciting. Well, I found you and I just like, we got to bring Maria into the show. Well, your coach, Ashley, she gave me your number. I think it was about 4 months ago. And then, I said, let's bring Maria because I've been watching everything that you've been doing and it's getting very exciting for you. It's like, it's just, so tell us a little bit about how you started.
Yeah.
Well, I started, to be honest, like so many years ago. I started, prepping for my first show when I was 16 years old. And I do my first show in like my 17, 18. More for the 18 because my first show was in July and my birthday was 1 week 1 week before to my birthday, the show, sorry. And I start super young, but I start in my country. When I start back in those days, it's so funny because I start in figure. I don't start like in bikini. I was prepping for bikini, but at the time, the day of my show, like when I come to my check-ins and everything, the judges say, told to my coach, she's not bikini. She's too conditioned for bikini. She needs to do figure. So, and I jumped to figure. It was super funny, learn how to need to open my lats and everything. Like I just a baby girl, like try to open her lats. And I was, to be honest, probably like maybe 90 pounds, 80 something pounds for that time. Yeah, but the muscles. And it was super funny because that competition was pro training competition. And that's it's good. Like I think the lineup is gonna be like 6 girls, but those girls, prepping for figure, and I placed second in my first show ever. And I'm not prepping for figure. I was prepping for bikini.
Yeah.
And I placed second. I was, to be honest, I don't know what place that I have that day, but I was super happy when they called my name in my number. I know, okay, this is my, when I touched the stage, I was ballerina for so many years and I'm doing the stage and everything. But this day for me, to be honest, was amazing. That's the first time that I, put myself on a stage and I feel incredible, to be honest. As on my first show, I remember the judges say, thank you so many times because I don't want to get out there. I want to stay there. And they say, thank you. I'm fine, you can go. But I was super excited to be there. And I was feeling, to be honest, like a star. I felt, okay, I'm born to be here.
Yep.
So
that's what it takes. Yeah, go ahead.
So you started your journey in Venezuela, right?
Yes, in Venezuela.
Yeah, and it's that I believe it's kind of difficult to be seen, in like I was born in the Dominican Republic and I started competing in Puerto Rico. And it was very difficult for me, so I had to come to the United States in order
Shout
for
out to Lenda.
Hello, Linda.
Hey.
This is hello, Maria.
Hello.
So it was hard for me to be able to be seen. So I was able to travel from Puerto Rico to my first show in the States. So for you, I saw that you moved to the US. and that's when you started like evolving into the bikini division.
Yes. So when I was 19 years old, I told my mom, because in my country, for getting your pro card, it is so difficult. You need to go to the Sur America and
Yeah.
win a few in those times you need to, win a few couple shows, and then you can go to the other one, and then probably you can get like just only one. It was super, to be honest, was super difficult for that time. And my only dream, to be honest, when I was that age, is just competing because I really love it. To be honest, for me as a bodybuilding, it is really weird because I know everybody start because whatever. But I remember since I have 11 years old, we are I was in the mall with my mom, and I see a couple, like I was thinking she's figure or woman's bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And probably the guy, he's open. And I saw that couple, and when I was 11 years old, and I saw that couple, and I was, for me, that was superheroes. I told my mom, I want to be like that. I don't know what they do. And my mom said, no, what are you talking, Maria? I that's in my mind since that day. And I remember I started, looking, what is that? And I asked him to my dad, what they doing? And my dad told me, probably they are a bodybuilding, they are going to the gym. And I told him, I don't know what is that, but I want to be like that. So that's my dream. That's my dream. My dream is, looking like that. And when I started competing, to be honest, my only dream was I want to compete for all of my years. So this is amazing. Like for me was, I don't know what is my place, but this is amazing. This is for me. I love the process. And of course, and back in those days, like the situation in my country is super hard in getting the pro card, and I saw the Olympia and the girls, and that was my dream. Um, and I said, okay, mom, I know I got just, and she wants me going to the university. I was studying for be a lawyer and everything, but I told my mom that I don't like it. Like I know I am supposed to be to do this, but this is not me. Like this is not, like I'm a bodybuilder, I promise. Because when I was 17 years old, to be honest, I never enjoy with my friends. I go into because I remember my coach, he told me, Maria, you need to go to the bed at night and you need to wake up early and doing your cardio. And I was so disciplined because I like it. I enjoy it. I say, I don't want to, I never drink, like because my coach told me you cannot. So, and she said, if you do this, you destroy your muscle. And I said, okay, I never do this. So, and I was, to be honest, just 17 years old and 16 years old. Okay, I remember my mom, for those days, my diet was like a 3 asparagus and tilapia. And my mom say, you can eating other asparagus. And I told my mom, no, my coach say only 3, and I will be eating only 3, no more than that. I was, to be honest, this is my personality. So, and I really like it. I really enjoy it. I think you need to enjoy these. And that was my only dream, competing and doing this for my life. And that was, I told my mom, I go to the United States. I know I'm so young. I never work, but I don't speak English like as I do now. But this is my dream.
Your English is good.
That's incredible. Yes, it is very good.
But when I came here, I promise I'm not speak anything. So, and when I came here, I told my mom, I just want to go there because there, it's a mecca of the bodybuilding. I can win my pro card. I can do so many things. I can work, whatever. And she said, are you sure? I told my mom, yes, I'm sure. This is my dream. And I'm glad because my mom, she don't like bodybuilding. But at the end of the day, like she say, okay, she's so disciplined. What I can do, like whatever. And she say, okay,
she likes that you have like you doing something that requires discipline, and she likes that.
Exactly. Yeah. So she don't like it, to be honest. She was, I don't think you can make money from that. I don't think that's a career. I don't think you can be a professional because in those days it's not the information that we have today. So, and she said, I don't think that's a normal. And I told my mom, I don't want to be normal. So I don't care. I like this. I don't care what you say or others say. I go to the United States and I just believe in me, in my dreams. And I came here when I was 20 years old, like start working alone, do everything. for
Yeah.
for my dreams, to be honest. And for the first years as an immigrant, of course, it's really hard to start competing
Yes.
because competing is a little bit expensive, and you need to try to have a better job or something, because competing takes time. And well, I came here into 2017, and I
Yes.
started competing in 2019 here.
How do your mom feel about it now? After
Oh my
all this?
God.
I want to know that. That's like,
She is my biggest fan now. She cry every day. She if she can, if she
This
have
is
the
your
time.
mom, right? Is this
Yeah,
your mom? Yeah.
yeah,
yes.
that's all
Wow.
my family.
They got all
Yeah,
the shirts with you in there too. That's amazing.
yeah, like she's now, of course, she say I'm a professional athlete, I represent my country, I represent the United States too. So she's super proud, but of course she's proud because at the end of the day I working so hard for be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it shows. And it really shows.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you touched on that a little bit, and I'm actually really interested to know more about, because you and Adela are talking about how difficult it is where you are because of like your surrounding environment, but within your family, structure, like how was that trying to follow something that maybe your mom and your dad didn't totally understand? What like this always fascinates me when somebody is basically going against the grain. You don't have anyone really like leading the way, but there's something within you where this is something that you want to do, and you don't really have that role model close by. Your family isn't necessarily super supportive. Like there's special people out there like you who go against the grain. What was it that caused you to want to like pursue something that maybe your parents didn't really support, and how did you get around all that?
It was hard, to be
Yeah.
honest, because especially, for example, I remember my sister too. She remember she's crazy, she's obsessed. I don't think she's doing the things really well. I don't think she's right what she do. Like, but something about me that in my experience, I'm a so like determined person. If I really want something, I work for that. And what I told to the people, because I know this bodybuilding is as a every sport, you need to be so disciplined, and you
Yes.
need to be weird, and you need to be like you, and sometimes you're gonna sacrifice something, and especially your family, their birthdays, their everything. That for me, that is really helped me. And and don't say, okay, this is not for me. Is you say, I don't care what you think, or you say, if that's the perfect role for you, that's not for me. This is who I am, and I born for this. And everybody can. I remember, to be honest, in the university, I remember one of my teachers, he told me, Maria, you are amazing lawyer. You can be the best here.
Wow.
Why you lost your time in the gym? And when he told me that, he don't broke my hair. He putting me on fire. Like I said, I don't lost my time here. I don't care about you say I don't lost my time in the gym. One day I gonna be like the best. And
I love it.
and it is super proud for me, because for me it takes so many years for any reasons,
Mhm.
but now like represent like South America, and represent my country, and be the first Venezuelan in the bikini category, place in the top 10, actually.
Mhm.
actually so be a 411, because it's so many shorties girl there, but not like me,
Yes.
because it's not only my family. I remember when I started competing, a lot of people told me, you are so short, you never won anything, you never won overall. And so perfect. I don't think they see my. I never think I was so small, until the people start, talking to me and say, "You are too small. You are too small." Yes, I am. I know. Like, who is the problem? And for me that I think is for me it's I don't see any problems, like especially when my family, when somebody told me something,
Yeah.
I just believe in what I believe. If I believe
Yes.
in something, nobody, putting me outside of this. Of course, it's really hard. I have so many bad times with my sister, with my mom, because they don't support me. I like at the first time, and I feel alone. I don't want to lie, but at the end of the day, I just thinking, okay, I don't care if I feel alone. This is my dream. That's not
Yeah.
her dream. This is my
Wow.
decision. This is not her decision. This is mine. If it's this that I need to do for myself, that is my life. And
Yes.
that's that I really want. And that's it that I really believe. I don't want to grow and be a lawyer. And when I was 4 years old, I said, oh, you know what? When I was 20, I want to compete, but I never compete. I
Yeah.
don't want to be that person. So I really believe what I really believe. And I don't care when somebody told me it is impossible or that's not for you or this is crazy. I really don't care. I just really, be determined and okay, if I'm alone, okay, I came here to the United States alone and I do everything alone for my dream because
And
I
you
know
made
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I made it, but it's for my dream. I cannot like thinking about that time.
Yeah.
Okay, but of course, at that point, I was not working, and my mom said, if you want to do this, you need to go to university, and I told my mom, you know what? I prefer work. I prefer do my
It's
thing,
university.
and that's it. And she say, no, I think you need to go to university. And I say, I promise I try it. I go, but I don't like it. Like, and I was good, but I don't like it. Like, it's not for me. It's something that I remember every time that I see, the friends and everything. I say, I don't think they thinking the same about me. I was thinking, go to the gym. Like, I need to train my back. That was me. That was, to be honest, that was me in the class. I lost my time here. I don't care about what he said. Oh my God, I lost my time. I need to do my cardio. And that was me with 17 years old. I need to do my cardio. I need to do something. And that was,
That's,
I love
you
it.
know,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
You get me all fired up.
You probably went to school. Yeah, Mom, I went to the university, but I was just working out in the university, basically.
if a university have a gym, because in my country I don't know now, like, but in
Okay,
those days they don't
so
have the gym.
well, Maria, okay, this seems like this is just who you are. You are a renegade. You do
Yeah.
not go, you beat by your own drum. You don't listen to anyone on the outside. When you believe in yourself, you don't let anything. I'm curious because you did ballet. Ballet is a really intense, it's not a sport, but it's a very intense, thing to do. Um, did you have parents that pushed you, or have you always been just so motivated without any need for like your parents or adults or anything? Like, what was that like as a ballerina?
No, to be honest, I chose to do it. I something good about my mom. I do tennis. I was to a military academy because I'm so disciplined. I was ballerina, and my mom, to be honest, she said, I think that's what my mom thinking for that time. She needs to be busy. Okay, go there. That was because
I can
my
see
mom,
that.
she's yeah, my mom was super restricted when she don't like to see in the bed with the cell phone. And so whatever you want to do for be busy, okay, I support you. And for ballet, I really like ballet, to be honest, because other thing about me, I have so much energy. Actually, it was so funny because my coach in Peak Week,
No, no.
Maria, Maria, you need to stay, like, because you burn so much calories. I have so much energy, and that's my personality, and I need to, to some that
Hold
take
that.
off my energy. Yes, and I really like ballet, and I was doing when I have a presentation in ballet, I was doing ballet for Monday to Saturdays, like all day after school and everything. But I was really enjoy like doing ballet because for ballet you need to have a discipline too. It's a
Yes.
certain of movements you need to do, and you need to execute the movements like to a T. And you need to be focused, and what you need to do, whatever. And I was, to be honest, that's my choice. Like ballet was my choice because I like it. I like to do something.
So going from ballet, so let's talk about a little bit, because you have a long history of competing, and people don't understand that, because I look at you being so young, and then I look at you just played 7 at your first Olympia in 2024. Then you go to the Arnold, you place 4. I was just listening to the recap from Tyler Manion, the vice president of the IFBB Pro League and the NPC, and he was doing the recap and talking about what you need to improve. And I was just like, you were in the mix with those girls. You know, your first Olympia, you were in the mix with the top girls, and then the Arnold. But a lot of people don't know how many shows you're done, and a lot of people feel like, oh, this is going to happen right away. And looking at when I was investigating everything about you, well, you said that you've done 38 shows, and
Wow.
17 of those shows were IFBB Pro shows.
Yes,
Wow.
people think I was super funny because you know what? After the Olympia, one of the girl comment to my video say, "Oh, look at you doing 1 year." I said, "Oh, oh, hopefully, but I promise it's not 1 year." Like, to be
Yeah.
honest, I won my pro card in 2021, but after won my pro card in 2021 in North American, I was competing a lot as an NPC. The reason why is because first, I really love competing. Second, I remember if you want to be, in my opinion, if you want to go to the nationals, you need to learn
Yes.
like about yourself. You need to learn present yourself on a stage. I know so many girls go to the first national and won her pro card. I know that's amazing, but that was not my history, like for sure. And I competing a lot as an NPC because I really enjoy, I like it, and that's what I say. Like, and second, like I want to learn when I go to my pro card. I'm ready. Of course,
Yes.
my first try for my pro card was like Arnold, which is I place 8, second call out. That's fine. I still competing. I go again to the North Americans and I place 7, 8, like that's my first call out. And then I competing again on the NPC, and then I go to the North American and I won my pro card in 2021. And then that's my first time that I take 1 year off. And the reason is because I do my breast augmentation and I want to be ready for the pro league, and I do my rookie season in 2022, and I do so many shows for getting my qualification last year, and I placed second a few times too. It's not just right away. I know what I need to do, and I will say, okay, when I'm ready, something about me is, and I told to my coach, um, I don't wanna, go to Olympia because I just wanna go to Olympia. When I know when I go wanna, when I go there, I wanna be ready for that stage. Not just physically, just mentally, because
Yes.
physically I think every IVB pro is looking amazing. It's just mentally. I wanna be mentally ready for being that stage. And that's I think and I am, I'm a social believer of God, and I always pray to God, God, when it's my time. When it's my time, it's
Yes.
gonna be my time. I know it's so many shows, it's so many things. But I just say, if not my time, that's fine. That's fine. I need to still working, and that's fine. I'm a that type of athlete. If I need work more, that's fine. I need to work more. That's my mentally.
Yeah, that's a lot of shows, though. I mean, people don't understand. Like those are. I don't think I even did that many shows all together. I mean, that's a lot of, and it's a lot on your body as well. So
Yeah.
and I everything that you're saying is for people listening, especially for new athletes that they feel like they have to get their pro card right away, or they do one show, they get discouraged. And I'm looking at you, and I'm like, these girls, they need to listen to this, because it doesn't happen overnight. You got to be
No.
prepared. And a lot of times, I tell the girls, you rather just get your pro card when you're ready, even if you've done 20 shows, and then be ready for the pro league, because then it's basically you're starting all over again.
Yeah,
That's
you
the way it
start
is.
from zero. Yeah, you start from
Yes.
zero again. And I was, to be honest, I'm not hard with myself sometimes because all my shows in the pro league, I always do first call outs. Like I know when it is sounds because I that's my history. But then I do so many first call out, but I never get my qualification. They can be a little bit frustrating, because okay, you are close, but you are not there.
Yeah.
But something you need to, for all the girls, listen these, you need to be patient. You need to
Yes.
be patient because this sport is not a race. It's just like you need to be patient, you need to be constant, you need to be, showing up. If you fail, that's fine. Go and do
Yeah.
it again. Like you have the time. A stage is gonna be there, of course, where we talk about the Arnold or Olympia, you have so much pressure because it's those stages just this day and that's it. But I think for the pro leagues and for the show and for the girls, you need to be patient. Muscles is not there like overnight. Like I am training for 11 years, 12 years actually. So my muscle is new. Oh, it's because I do this and they grow. No,
Yeah.
of course. And I'm so disciplined for those 11 years.
Yeah.
So that's other thing too. Some people say, "Oh, Maria, she have a really muscle mature." Yes, it's because I have 20 years old. Yes, but I start
Yes.
super young. That's why this is my muscle mature is come from.
Yeah. Yeah. I think something that's like, and I keep saying that this fascinates me because it does. And Adela, myself, and Lenda, we have the opportunity to interview a lot of top level champions, and so I'm always finding common common themes with women who perform at a super high level, and it's not a coincidence. Something that you all have in common. I'll say something that we all have in common is just the way that you have trained your mindset being so strong. You are not phased by the thought of failure. You're not phased by maybe being knocked down. In fact, it sounds to me like it gives you more fire. You are more motivated. It excites you because you feel like if you didn't win, then that means that there's something for you to work on, and that gets you really, really motivated. And this is why you're the one setting the bar, and you're the one like setting that level, that stage for, women have to kind of like keep up with you, right? Because if someone like you is operating with that mindset, it's really difficult to compete with somebody who operates like that. Just
That's
when
dangerous.
your mental game is on point like this, it's like, how do you compete with that? You're destined to win. You're destined to be the cream that rises to the top. Just for your mindset and the way that you operate alone, there's literally nothing that can stop somebody who operates like that. Do you feel that? I mean, is there this confidence within you where you just know that you're getting there?
Yeah, yes. Actually, it sounds hard, yeah, to say, but it sounds rude. But yes, I am so confident because I know, of course, I have those bad days or something,
Yeah.
but I understand those are emotions. I don't get like those small emotions control me. Some that I really learn and I understand about bodybuilding, which is I really love it, is it's not about the placing. It's about this is sport is made me who I am today. So it's about the journey. It's about everything. Because if you put in all your faith to one place, of course you want to win one day. I don't have to put up with that. But the thing is you never feel happy. If you put everything it's just in one place. Like I feel happy and I have this confidence and I have this mindset because I enjoy what I do. I love what I do. And it's not about the place. Like, of course, I want to win. I prepare, don't get me wrong, I prepare for win every show. That's my goal every show because I do everything. I do my diet to a T, I do my cardio, my sleep, my body works, whatever I need to do for be the first one, I do. But I understand there is something more than just one place. One
Yes.
place don't define me. Is what is it really define me is the journey that I make, not only for me, for the girls who follow me, for the girls, see me. And it's something that I always, talk to my people, be constant. Because you don't need to be the most disciplined, you don't need to be the best. The only you need to do and you need to be is constant. And when you are constant, you really love the process.
Yes.
And of course you can be like, for example, the best in the world, like you can win the Olympia, and that's gonna be amazing. But it's not nothing about more than that. That's not gonna be you will be feel happy that night, but and then you're gonna be feel what is
Mm-hmm.
more,
Yeah.
and never it's gonna be like more. And for me, of course, like everybody in the bodybuilding wants to win the Olympia. But at the end of the day, is okay. This is Maria. This is my, this is my journey, and that's made me so unique. Because at that point, I was thinking, oh, 20 years old, and for that point, all the girls wanting the Olympia, they got my age. It was, oh my God, I'm so behind. Whatever. That's gonna be like in my mind. Don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, understand that's her history, not mine.
Yes.
And that's where it motivates me, not every day, but every when I have those bad days. Okay, this is my history. This is why remember me when I play second, or I place in the first call, but I don't get in my qualification. Don't worry, this is your history. And keep working, because it's gonna happen. Like, that's for me. If I keep working, I know it's gonna happen, but the decision is in my hands if I still working or not. So,
Yes.
and every day I choose, like, keep working. That's where I take the feedbacks from the judges and everything. Okay, I'm going to the show to not because just present my best. It's just in this sport, you need to be open and listen to your feedback. You go
Yes.
to the show and you apply the feedback, and you go again to the shows and see if the feedback you apply, that's right or not.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us about your first Olympia. How was that experience for you?
Yeah.
Oh, that was amazing, to be honest. I'm the first one, and when they called my name in the first call out,
Woo!
I was happy, and I remember I just want to cry because I saw my mom and my husband, and they cried. I just want to cry, and I was okay, and I was super happy, to be honest. I was super 2 weeks before the Olympia. I was freaking out, and I was putting so much pressure on myself. After that, I talked with one of my coaches, and he told me, Maria, that's your first Olympia. Enjoy,
Yeah.
enjoy. And when he told me that, I said, yes, don't bring pressure. Go enjoy. You dream so much to be there. Just go there and shine and enjoy. And that's what I do that day, to be honest. Of course, I first nerve, but I feel when let me tell you something really weird, because that I never experimented in my life. When they call my name and I'm the first one, I don't feel nerve at all. That's the first time in my life that I don't feel nerve on a stage, which is super weird, because it's Olympia. But I don't feel nerve at all. I feel the same way that I feel in my first show. Okay, I born to
Really?
be in that stage. Yes, I feel the same way. What's
Teach me
super
your
super weird.
ways.
I don't know, like, and I remember when I, walking off to the stage, all my friends, I said, Maria, what, your performance was amazing. You're walking, everything. What you do? Say, I don't know. When they call my name, I say, okay, I am here, like, because I'm working so hard for be here, and I born to be here in that stage, especially.
Ah,
Like, that's what I felt that day. I never experimented this, to be honest, in the pro league, only that day.
Wow.
You're
It's just
like
her posting the way she walks. It's like she's walking on air.
you're like the cutest person ever.
I know.
Where?
Her
My
body,
gosh, like,
her
are you
tiny
even
little
real?
waist.
You're like
I
not even a
know.
real person. You're just, oh my gosh, you're just a like a ball of light, motivated. I mean, just
Yeah.
how does somebody like you how do you do it? Like it's just I don't know. You're we need to we can't clone you. I was gonna say we need to clone you, but that's the thing
Yeah.
about you that makes you so special is that you are a one of a kind, right? I mean, as soon as you came on the scene, I mean, you've been working at it. It's like it only takes people however many years to become an overnight success, right? You're at it for however many years, and then all of a sudden you come out of nowhere to all of us because now we're noticing you, and it feels like you just came out of nowhere. But meanwhile, you've been at it for
Yeah.
like a decade working at it. But we just all of a sudden, you come out on the scene taking seventh at the Olympia, and we're just like, okay, this girl right here, she's got something. There's something going on here. We got to pay attention to her now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then
I
she
know.
double qualified for the Olympia too this year
You
already.
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Yes.
I qualified like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I
Uh,
think so. 2 weeks ago.
did you qualify at the Miami as well and the at the
Yeah.
Charlotte Pro?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Last year I qualified like twice. Like in the my I was a win back to back. I do Clash, and the
Okay.
next week I do Miami, and then I was of course shut it down for the Olympia. And for this year, I got my qualification 2 weeks ago in the Charlotte Pro.
And that's where you're from? Because I know that it said something that it was hometown.
Yes, that was show was super beautiful because this is my hometown. I competing a lot here. I won all the overalls in the all regionals here.
Wow.
Yes, and this show in particular, since 2023, I placed second, which is, from my hometown, I feel pressure because I know all the audience, to be honest, there is just waiting for me won the show. Because of course I represent the Carolinas and all my girls or all to be honest all the judges knows me since I started competing here in 2019. And what's really amazing to win the show, especially in my hometown, because all the people was there, and it was not just beautiful for me, to be honest. I think it's more to the people for bring hope to the girls. Hey, you can do this. Like I'm a star here, and look at I'm still competing here and doing things here, but I start here from zero and doing all the regional show around here and everything.
Yeah, that's pretty important though, because I feel like if you competed at that show before and you wait second, and especially when the judges know you, I feel like it's going to be harder for you to be able. They're going to be looking at you harder in a way when they know who you are.
Oh
So
my God, you think no? But yes, yes, they
yeah,
judge
no,
more you
they
because they know
do.
you. They know
Yes,
your best, and they know when it's not your best. It is more hard. Also because
yes,
okay, I know those shows are hard for me because the judges know me, but let me try one more time.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, what do the judges tell you that they want to see you improve? What are you working on right now?
Well, I still working for my same feedback to the Arnold, which is growing a little bit more my glutes. For that's what my upper and outer glutes. To be honest, that's always my feedback
Like
since
I'm like
yeah, that's my feedback since 2023. 2020, yeah, since 2023, that's my same feedback. Growing a little bit, which is it does takes time sometimes. Of
yes.
course I is still doing improvement shows to show and take my off season, but sometimes it's require more time to that. People don't believe, but I don't have glutes. I just build my glutes because I'm working so hard. But
Mhm.
my genetics, of course I have the glutes now. I don't want to say no, I don't have. No, I know I have the glutes now, but it's just for me take having those glutes takes years.
Yeah.
Takes years.
So
It takes a lot of work. And I was looking at the workout that you were doing for glutes as well. Just put it in the work, girl. That's what it's all about.
Yes, it's hard. Like one of my coaches, he doing me like really hard, but I just, we are bodybuilders. We are supposed to be to work hard.
Yes. And then talking about coaches, I wanted to thank Jamie de Bernard because she's always been really great providing me. We looking for guests and she's always it's right there. And I just want to say thank you to her. She has a really good group of girls. Basically all the top, just top girls competing.
Yes, she have almost all the tops, but she's amazing.
Yes, and I see that all you guys just have very good relationship with each other. Everybody's just happy for each other. That's one of the things that I like about bikini. It just seems like the girls are always very happy and supportive as well. So
yeah, I really love, to be honest, I know, everybody is different, but I always think this is not my decision. I think the hard decision have the judges, not mine. Like my only job is go there and do my things, and all the decision is in the judge's hand. That's the hard decision, but it's not mine. It's not something about one girl. It's just, I remember one day, I don't remember who say this, but it's to say, it is your day, it's your day. Like, you don't need to be, why she won, whatever. No, like, I'm super happy, whatever one. Actually, I was crying with Vanya backstage because I told at the Arnold, I told Vanya, like, go there and shine because, this can be your opportunity. And she said, are you sure? Yes, because it's not, if I play four or whatever, I'm still happy for her because I know she working and all those girls there, like working the same hard as me. Like it is, everything is the same. Like we all working so hard.
Aww.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's very special. So are you doing another show besides the Olympia, or are you going to take a break?
That's what I wanted to know.
Well, I'm doing, yes, 2 and 3 weeks out, I will do Pittsburgh and New York.
Oh, yes. We're excited about that.
Oh my gosh. That lineup is going to be insane. It's going to be, winning that will be, setting you up to really be one to look out for at the Olympia, as if you aren't already. But those lineups are basically, some of the strongest lineups. I feel like we have the Olympia, we have the Arnold, and we have the Pittsburgh Pro and the New York Pro. These are the creme de la creme of shows for all pros at this point in time.
Yes. Actually, I do Pittsburgh last year, and I remember I was scared because after 15, 16, 18, something like that, for that time, I was the only that I was no Olympian in Pittsburgh last year. So, and I played.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I played for like behind Amy, Ashley Kalwasser, and Vanya. So that was like last year.
All right. So how about now you're going into it with a little bit more confidence because you're not only are you an Olympian, but you're a top 7 Olympian. So now does that confidence, feel pretty good going into it?
You know what I told with Jamie all the time, and I told with Jamie 2 weeks ago, I think it's just my personality. I don't care if I'm 7 at the Olympia, 4 after Arnold. I still feel the same nerve because with bodybuilding, you never know.
Yeah.
It is something that you never, especially you manipulate your body. You as a woman, you never know what's gonna happen. Like 2 weeks ago, like my peak ovulation was on show day, which is really hard to pick me. We don't expect that, and this is happening like 2 weeks ago, which is okay, fine. We dealing with the thing, but it's just I feel the same way because to be honest, we never know what's gonna happen. Of course, I'm a social realistic person too. I believe in myself, but I'm a realistic. I put in goals that I can achieve. And for me this year at the Pittsburgh is gonna be like top 3. Like that's my goal for
Nice.
Pittsburgh this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a really stacked lineup for that show too.
Yeah, they have a really like one Miss Bikini Olympia. Like of course you have a really stuck lineup, and I told to myself, okay, if it's more than 3, of course it's gonna be like so happy. I work for that. I work every day for that. Um, as I told you, like I work every day for one. I do everything what I need to do to win the show, but I just put in as such a realistic goal for me.
The one thing I wanted to ask you was about your posing. I cannot get over it. Because watching you, it's just you walk on that stage and it's like nobody can take the eyes away from you. I know a lot of the bikini girls posing is just so beautiful nowadays, but it's like I saw you walking on that stage and I'm like, oh my God, this girl. I mean, this is just beautiful. Do you think your posing comes from also having that background in dancing, in ballet?
Yes, probably yes. You know what is something funny about me? When the music is Hispanic music, I want to move in so much. I don't. I think that's in my blood, it's so funny because I saw just the say Jamie told me, quiet, don't move, don't move, don't move, because I start moving my shoulders and my arms because I just want to dancing, but it's probably coming from ballet, but it's coming to having so many shows because
Yes.
when I started doing my pro routine and everything, you can feel a little bit nerve, and sometimes you can only, like in my opinion, you can only control your nerve and everything if you go into the stage. Because of course in your house you practice your posing, nobody watching you, like you're super comfortable, but it's super different when you go into the stage, the different type of floors, the judges, like all the audience was there. Something that I really practice is try to don't overthinking. That's gonna help me. You don't overthinking what they see on you or whatever, just flow. You feel you are in your home doing your thing. Like that's my, in my mind. Of course, sometimes it's more harder than other ones, but that's what I'm doing. Like, and having so many shows, it's more easy to do your posing.
Yeah.
That's what they say. The practice makes perfect.
Yes, but I think for me, is the practice on a stage.
Yes,
that's what I really like competing.
I disagree with that. I don't think practice makes perfect, because you could practice wrong over and over again and you're definitely not going to make perfect. Practicing perfectly makes perfect.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. And you know what? Like it was so many shows that I don't do my posing routine as I confident that I do today. But I need to feel, to doing right. That's a point, like, which is hard to feel, but it's part of the process too.
Or like something too is like, someone sees you. And one thing I noticed about your posing is it looks like there's a lot going on. And I remember watching Adela when I first started competing, and I loved the way that Adela posed. And I think people think that there's a lot going on when somebody has control over their body. But the reality is that when somebody has so much control, the arms flowing and, hips moving, those things are just the byproduct of you being in total control. Like when you shift your weight onto a foot, your hip is naturally going to sway. When you release energy out of your arms, they are going to fall to your sides. And when someone sees you doing these like beautiful movements with your body, I think that there's like the game of telephone, like somebody tries to copy what you're doing, and then like arms are flying and like hips are like flopping around. And I think, study Maria, anyone watching, like study Maria and study like exactly the way that she's moving, and just notice that she's totally in control of her body. And that movement, it happens like that's why it's flowing. It's why it looks so natural. Same thing. I mean, Adela, I'm going to kind of like call you out that your posing was like, for me, when I first started, I remember watching you pose, and it was so, you had so much style, it looked like. But when I really studied your posing, you weren't going out of your way to have all the style. It was just because you were so in control of your body, you know? For me, observing really good posers, that's what I always notice about people that are good at posing. It's like the control makes it falsely look like there's so much more going on than there actually is. Do you guys agree?
Yes, totally. And actually, something that I, told with my posing girls too is really because I remember when I started, I was watching Angelica every night. Every night, I said, okay, look, because she's doing like a circle with her pose. I said, okay, I'm not do this because this is too hard for me. But I remember, studying Angelica almost every night and see how she posing her grace on a stage and everything. And something I really learned, I studying her, but I putting my own personality to the posing. I don't try to copy others' personality because this is my personality, of course. And when you do your personality, your movement is gonna flow. It's more easy to flow because it is you just doing your performance, and it's more easy.
Totally.
So besides, I know I was looking at other stuff that you do outside competing, and you said that your goal was not only just be an IFBB pro, but you wanted to do more, and you wanted to do more to help other women. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I am more into of course, I have all my team with my girls, and I do coaching not only for prep, it's just for lifestyle too, because I really passionate about those, hormones and everything. That's what I really like. Actually, it's so funny because the most of my girls, they have in between 40 and 50 years old. That's all, most of my competitors.
Yes.
But it's because I really like all the thing, all these with the hormones and everything. And I really, other thing about me is I really like to help to the people with the mindset. Enjoy the process. Don't rush your process. Like, creating those habits for you that is gonna work for life, not just for 12 weeks prep. No. Bodybuilding is not just 12 weeks or 15, 20, whatever weeks you want to do. It's just more than that. It's about all the process, all the things you need to learn, to be a really good bodybuilding. That's why I say place is not define you if you are a good or bad bodybuilding, but you really define if you are a really good bodybuilding with your mindset, with your habits, and if you enjoy the process. That's my of course, that I really probably say my legacy, and the people really learn about the process, and how to enjoy the real process, because this is not for everybody, I understand. But if you want to lose 15 pounds, whatever you want to lose, you need to enjoy that process too. It's not just lose the 15 pounds and then you get a rebound and then you're getting back. No, you created those habits. This is going to be like for life.
I love that.
Very well said.
Oh man, I love it. So Adela, any other gems that you discovered about Miss Beautiful Maria?
No, I basically covered it all with her. I just it is incredible, and I'm just so happy that I got to know you, and just actually I was listening to you Spotify as well. I know it's people can listen to that, and that's where I was learning a lot about you. And it just you're young, but you also have you know a lot, and you have a good head on your shoulders, and it is the way that you speak and the way that you portray yourself is very good to see in the bikini division. It is just nice. because we need more competitors like that. And I just want to say, like, I think you're going to be doing very well in the future.
Well, that's the goal. I never stop.
Yes.
You know, that's my goal, and I just, you know, keep going, keep showing up, and let's do the work that I need to do for be a little bit more high, like one day.
Yeah,
of course.
Well, Maria, you are absolutely a rising star. You are just a breath of fresh air, awesome energy. I mean, I am a fan. I am so happy that we got a chance to have this conversation and let the fans get to know you a little bit more, because they're going to be seeing a lot more of you as we continue. So to wrap this up, I would love to have you have the final word. So to your fans and your followers and everybody who loves you so much, what would you like to say to everybody?
I think for me, it's just be patient, be kind with yourself, enjoy the journey. The journey have ups and downs, and that's okay. That's part of the life. I think that's the most beautiful, you know, feel and do it again and have that fire in your heart for doing one and one and one again. It's something, if you fail 100 times, you try 101 times.
Ooh,
So that's my reason all the time. Be 1% better every day and enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. For be a bodybuilder, don't focus in just the place, the pro card, the qualification. Just enjoy the real process, which is the person we can be in the process, which is really amazing, because you can be amazing process if you pay attention, if you live the present.
Oh, man. Awesome. Well, that is going to be our final words tonight. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in, athletes and fans of bodybuilding. Your host, Wendy Fortino, Adela Garcia. And we're missing our lovely Lenda Murray. She'll be back next week. And thank you again, Maria, for joining us as our special guest.
Thank
and
you,
to everyone out there, we will see you guys later.
Ladies and gentlemen.